Have you ever heard the phrase runaway bride? It sounds like something straight out of a Hollywood movie, right? A dramatic, last-minute decision that changes everything. But for some people, this isn't fiction. It's a terrifying, life-altering reality. Today, we're diving deep into the real stories behind the headlines, exploring why someone would make the heart-wrenching choice to leave their own wedding. What pushes a person to that absolute breaking point? Is it a sudden realization or a slow burn of doubts that finally explodes? And what happens after the chaos subsides? We'll explore the psychology, the societal pressures, and the aftermath for everyone involved. This isn't just about drama. It's about understanding the profound human emotions that lead to one of life's most extreme decisions. Let's start by dispelling a myth. A runaway bride isn't usually a villain. In most cases, they're a person in immense distress. Picture this. You've spent months, maybe even years, planning this one perfect day. Your family is excited, your friends have flown in, and thousands of dollars have been spent. The pressure is astronomical. Society tells us that the wedding is the happiest day of a woman's life. But what if it isn't? What if, under all the layers of tulle and expectations, you feel a crushing sense of dread? This feeling isn't something that pops up overnight. It's often a culmination of red flags that were ignored, doubts that were silenced, and a deep-seated feeling that you're making a colossal mistake. The wedding day just becomes the final deadline, the point of no return, where the only option left feels like escape. One of the most common reasons is the realization that you're marrying the wrong person. It's a terrifying thought. Maybe you've been overlooking compatibility issues, hoping that love would be enough to conquer all. Or perhaps there were more serious problems, like emotional manipulation or controlling behavior, that you rationalized away. The wedding planning process itself can often magnify these issues. Seeing how your partner handles stress, money, or family conflicts can be a major eye-opener. A woman named Sarah shared her story online. She said her became a different person during the planning, turning into a demanding, dismissive stranger. On the morning of her wedding, she looked in the mirror and didn't recognize the anxious, unhappy person staring back. She realized that walking down the aisle wouldn't magically fix their problems. It would legally bind her to them, so she called a taxi and left. Another significant factor is the loss of identity. For some, the wedding becomes less about a partnership and more about fulfilling a role. The bride and then the wife, the you gets lost in the we. This can be especially true if one partner is expected to make all the sacrifices, like relocating, changing careers, or adopting a new lifestyle. The wedding symbolizes the final step in giving up a part of yourself that you might not be ready to let go of. It's a fear of being consumed by the marriage, of waking up one day and wondering where your own dreams and ambitions went. This isn't about not loving the other person. It's about a desperate need to hold on to oneself. It's a profound act of self-preservation, even if it looks like an act of betrayal from the outside. Then there's the sheer, overwhelming pressure from family and society. Sometimes the wedding isn't even for the couple. It's for the parents, to please the grandparents, or to keep up with friends. You're swept up in a current of expectations, and it feels impossible to stop the momentum. You might have tried to voice your concerns, to suggest slowing down, but were told it was just cold feet or pre-wedding jitters. Everyone tells you how lucky you are, how perfect your partner is, and how beautiful the wedding will be. This can create an intense feeling of isolation. You feel like you're the only one who sees the cracks in the facade. Running away becomes the only way to make your voice heard, a desperate scream when whispers were ignored. It's a drastic measure to reclaim control over your own life story. So what happens after the escape? The immediate aftermath is pure chaos. There are guests to inform, vendors to cancel, and heartbroken families to face. The runaway individual often experiences a tidal wave of emotions: relief, guilt, shame, and fear, all at once. They may have to deal with public judgment and lose friends who can't understand their decision. The financial fallout can be devastating. Weddings are expensive, and many deposits are non-refundable. The person left at the altar experiences a unique and public form of heartbreak and humiliation. Their pain is undeniable and deserves immense compassion. There's no easy way through this. It's a messy, painful situation for everyone. However, once the dust settles, a different story often emerges. Many people who left their weddings look back on it as the hardest but best decision they ever made. They describe it as a painful rebirth. It forced them to confront uncomfortable truths about themselves and what they truly wanted from life and a partner. It was a catalyst for intense personal growth. For Sarah, the woman we mentioned earlier, leaving her wedding was the beginning of a journey to rebuild her self-esteem. She went to therapy, reconnected with her passions, and eventually found a partner who celebrated her for who she was, not who he wanted her to be. Her story, like many others, shows that sometimes the most destructive-looking act can actually be an act of radical self-construction. It's also crucial to talk about the person who was left behind. Their world is shattered in a very public way. They have to navigate not only their own grief, but also the questions and pity of everyone they know. Healing from this kind of abandonment is a long and difficult process. It requires immense support from friends and family, and often professional help, but their story doesn't end there either. Many go on to find happiness and love again, often with a deeper understanding of relationships and a greater appreciation for genuine connection. The trauma can, over time, lead to resilience and a clearer vision of what a healthy partnership looks like for them. The phenomenon of the runaway bride serves as a powerful, if extreme, reminder for all of us. It underscores the importance of honest communication in relationships. Are we really listening to our partners? Are we creating a safe space for them to voice their fears and doubts without judgment? It also highlights the need to listen to our own intuition, that little voice in the back of your head that says something is wrong. It's usually right. Cold feet are one thing, a normal nervousness about a big life change. A frozen soul is another. It's a deep, gut-wrenching feeling of dread that should never be ignored. Your wedding day should be a celebration of a union, not the end of your individuality. In the end, walking away from a wedding is a decision born from a place of intense personal crisis. It's not a plot twist in a movie. It's a real-life turning point with profound consequences. While it causes immediate pain and chaos, for many, it becomes the moment they chose themselves over a lifetime of unhappiness. It is a stark lesson that it is far better to walk away from a wedding than to walk into a marriage that is destined to fail. It takes incredible, almost unimaginable courage to stop a moving train, and that's exactly what these individuals do. Thank you so much for joining me on this deep dive. It's a complex topic with so many layers. What are your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this discussion thought-provoking, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content that makes you think. See you in the next video.